Brown Collective, you're another new collective that I am channeling for. Recently, I've been getting a lot of information about your collective, and my day has been so busy. It's really hard to fit all the stuff in, but I want to get a quick message out and take this down. So I'm just going to get straight into it and put other notes in the description. So, Brown Collective, you are a collective that's faced a lot of adversity. And the fact that you're called the Brown Collective, when your energy approached me and I was tapping into it, there's a lot of misunderstandings about you. There's a lot of like assumptions that people make. Brown Collective, you're a collective that people like talk smack about, for lack of a better word. You're a collective that people like to look at the color of you and then disappreciate you. That's literally the phrasing that is coming through. There's this energy around the color brown that it's not an appreciated color a lot of the time. Often people don't regard it as a color. So there's something about your existence that is so fundamental to life, and yet people don't appreciate it, and they don't appreciate you nearly in the way that they should. There's a lot of things when you think of the color brown. You can consider what comes into your mind. I feel like people project the more negative connotations of the color brown onto this collective. And so you're called the Brown Collective, which is a name that's actually going to repel certain people from even listening to this message because, again, the frequency of brown, it carries this connotation of like sewage, sludge, sewer water, debris, decay. Like it has this sort of earthy undertone to it, but in a negative way. However, I want to shed some light on the power of brown, like what is special and unique about you guys. So brown is a color of stability. Brown is the color of trees, of dirt and Mother Nature. And there's many different kinds of dirt, but a very basic kind of dirt is brown. It's the color, I'm hearing it's the color of lungs. I don't actually know what color lungs are, but like there's something about lung. What is this? I wonder if this is hold on. Maybe there's something with your guys' lungs. So I'm hearing like lymphoma or what is this? This is strange because my lungs started like pulsating almost. I'm seeing 222 there. This is okay. Something going on with your guys' lungs. Maybe you have respiratory issues. Maybe you have like a disease in your lungs. Again, maybe this is specific. It won't resonate for everyone. Maybe you feel like you can't breathe as well sometimes. Yeah, the energy of this collective, it feels very restrictive in the lungs. I'm not sure what's going on here. A lot of anxiousness, a lot of anxiety. I believe also grief is stored in the lungs. So you may be a collective that has a lot of grief stored in your body. Breathwork can be really helpful for that. And so this color brown is very inspirational in the right light, but a lot of people disregard the benefit of the color brown. And people actually call the color brown a boring color. This is some of the psychic energy around the color brown. If you think of tiger's eye even, people fixate on the gold or the yellow reflective tones in the typical tiger's eye. Like the brown, people look at as like, okay, yeah, sure, that's there. But it's not the most desirable attribute of the tiger's eye. I don't know why brown is viewed as a boring color, actually, come to think of it. But yeah, that's the energy coming through. You maybe, I don't think that other people see you as boring, but like, I think that you may bore other people because of the things you talk about. Kind of like if some people want to talk about sports or politics or just garbage talk, literally is what I'm hearing. You don't want to do that. You want to talk about things that enrich the soul. You want to talk about things that give stability and structure. You want to talk about things that are valuable to humanity. You want to talk about things that are relevant to Mother Earth. You want to talk about things that expand the cosmos and the consciousness. You want to talk about things we connect on. You want to talk about bridges. I'm seeing the time right now is literally 4:44 p.m. where I'm at. Yeah, you're a collective that's really in tune with your guides, but you just like people just have this really negative approach towards you, basically. Yeah, I don't know why it is, but there's just a lot of grief in the lung area. That's a lot of what I'm picking up on. It's actually difficult to speak because the longer I'm channeling into your guys' energy, the more grief it feels like is pooling inside of my lungs. Yeah, it's so wow. Okay. I think a lot of this is the collective is very misunderstood. There's a lot of shame around this collective. Like almost like this collective is thought of as a dirty secret by some people. or people look at you as something that's meant to be kept out of sight, something that should be painted over, colored over. Like you should form the base or the foundation, but like you shouldn't be the veneer on the outside. You shouldn't be what people see. You should be what's underneath. Like know your place is kind of coming through. So it's very dismissive and degrading energy being directed towards you guys. I don't know if this is your whole life or just in this moment. But there is just a lot of pain in this collective, from like years of abuse of different kinds of that. Excuse me. Yeah, getting a confirmation burp on that one. I feel life has been really hard for you and that you have seen the beauty in yourself and other people haven't seen it in you. Or if they've seen it, it's not been many. So it just feels like a lot of people don't recognize the beauty in you. Like people, like, I don't know if this is maybe the color of your skin that people take issue with, whether it's too light or too dark, or people don't like the cadence of your voice or the tilt of your eyes, length of your hair. Like there's something about your appearance that comes off to people as they want to say it's bland. I don't think that you guys are a bland collective, but like there's something about like you're not like whimsical or fantastical enough for some people. You might be a bit more down to earth. You might be a collective that focuses more on health and well-being than on like beauty or fitness or something like that. It's just a very stable energy, but it's also just a very overworked and tired energy. And again, lots of grief in your lungs. I'm actually hearing the Japanese word for lungs, which I have never heard in a channeling before. I forgot what the Japanese word for lungs is. Yeah. So yeah, and I'm also just hearing like ha ha like over and over again. Yeah, it's just such a lot of grief, guys. I'm sorry you're going through whatever you're going through, or that you're carrying whatever you're going through. It just seems really hard, and maybe that's why this message had to get out. Um, yeah, okay. I've got to get going, but I just want to get this little message out. I still have other messages I want to be getting to, that I promised I would get to, so probably tomorrow will be when I get to those ones. But for now, please like, comment, subscribe if this resonates for you, follow along, see if there's any other collectives you like, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.